Yeah, I felt like it was a lot of games similar to this stretch, even the three, prior to this, where we have good possession, we have some pretty clear opportunities, some good looks. I thought our counter pressing, our being able to sustain, possession and pressure in their half the field was pretty good. It was about getting the first goal, and then we did that, and then it was crazy because as we got the first goal, the game really opened up, which is when we had the goal, we didn't really want the game to be super open, and it became like really open. Like we opened ourselves up trying to go get the second goal. It was back and forth, which isn't really what you want when you have the lead. You like to keep the game a little bit tighter. So it was almost like it's been so long since we had a lead, we didn't know what to do. We started to try to really open up the lead, and we opened up ourselves. We found another way to give up a goal today, which we hadn't this year. So put that on the board. But the guys stuck with it, and they kept battling, and I thought the subs who came in, I thought really gave the game a boost. Efra was excellent. Left back who came on, or their left back Bonilla had a yellow card, so it really gave, I thought, the opportunity for those guys to really try to go at him, and Efra in particular to try to go at him because it was going to be hard for him to really tackle. And Efra stayed on the front foot and stayed aggressive and was able to make the difference in the end. But I was proud of our effort. I was proud of our play for the most part. Again, putting the ball in the back of the net when we get chances and being a little more efficient around the goal can help us. I think if we score one of the ones we have early, I think the game may open up for us and maybe we get a couple more or a few more. But, it was, the first one coming out of this kind of stretch is probably never going to be easy. It's just something you just got to work yourself through and get the break that you need to get on the other side of it. And we need this result tonight because the other teams around us picked up points as well. So it was a really important 3 points tonight.
And speaking of Fleury and Alvarez, it seems that his attacking, I don't know quite how to say it, but just going forward, getting into the box and getting into those positions, it seems to have really stepped along this year. What did you see from him and his progression that maybe over the last 10, 15 games?
Yeah, that's one of the things we've really challenged Efra with is he's one of our players who really has final product. He can scoot past players, he can get assists, he can get goals, he can put pressure on back lines. He's crafty on the move and slipping balls in between lines. So we don't really want him dropping back on the other side of the opposition's midfielders trying to make the game. We want him higher. We want him between the lines. We want him in unbalancing positions. And the whole time he was in front of me, I kept telling him higher, 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 because every time he goes high, he creates a lot of uncertainty for the back line, and he's so tidy and clever in between these spaces it makes it so difficult for defenders. So if he keeps doing that, he's gonna score goals, he's gonna get assists, he's gonna impact games on a consistent basis as he did tonight and as he has done throughout the season. So we want to keep him in those higher positions, not dropping off and picking up balls deep. And I'm glad that he came in and he provided us that spark. And obviously Sasha as well came in and provided us that experience when Jonah was struggling there a bit and gave us the experience and stepped up and took a really big penalty kick for us tonight. That was a really big moment.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
Next we'll go to Damien Calhoun.
Hey, Greg, when you're on a 9-game winning streak and you pull off something like this, is it more of like a bit of exhale a little bit before you turn your attention to the rest of the week here?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I had an exhale, but it's my exhale is just because of the way the night went. It was another one of those nights where you felt like you weren't sure if you were going to be able to pull off the play that you needed to make the difference, and we gave up another goal in a kind of a strange fashion, and you feel like that's been the season, especially the second half of the season, and so for sure there was an exhale, but I do feel like that was from the group, there was a confidence building. It was something that they deserved. They've deserved it, I feel, in some of this stretch and some of these other games, and we didn't get it. We didn't execute how we needed to execute, and so I hope that the group feels like there's a shift in momentum here, that we got over the hump, and now we have a real opportunity in the coming week to try to take more points and try to get ourselves into a better and better position down the stretch. So we're just going to do this one game at a time, though, and we've got a Houston team next that we have to go and play in a tough place to play. So. But I think the group didn't seem like there was a big exhale. The group seemed like there was a lot of confidence, and it was something that they deserved, and it was something that they took because they deserved it, which is great.
Also, can we get your thoughts on the center back pairing, Williams and Dupuis? How'd you see their performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought they did very well. It's not an easy game because it's a game where the team has a lot of possession. They're on the ball a lot. They're starting attacks. So sometimes as a center back, your mindset is a little bit more on that attacking side. But they were challenged a lot because they had to stay focused. They had to organize a lot behind our attacks and make sure they dealt with counterattacks, and it's a very good counterattacking team. They had to again, stay organized, disciplined, and deal with things, and at times use their athleticism and deal with some situations. So again, that's the second game they've played together all season. The first one was Portland here, so they have 2 wins against the same team, but they complemented each other well tonight as they did that game, and so we'll see how they continue to grow together with more opportunities to play together.
Our last question will go to Katia Castorena.
Thanks, Kevin. Hi, Greg.
Hi,
Before tonight, the last win had been on August 14th. So just thinking about it, what has been the hardest part during this tough stretch when you feel that nothing's going your way to just hold the group together?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. It's just trying to keep the group positive on the things that they're doing well, right? Try to tidy up some things in the days where we have training, which hasn't been many, and then we have these long breaks where we do have training time, but we had 11 guys for most of the training for the last 2 weeks. So, I think we had 13, and then yesterday we finally got to a number where we could sort of put a full team on the field and try to get everybody on the same page. So, but it's trying to keep the group focused and confident and believing just that they can turn the tide, which that believing part wasn't difficult. But keeping them focused and confident about getting this thing turned around. So they've been great. They've been working hard. That's never been in question. It's been just trying to work for that moment that, again, we could get the play we needed to shift our momentum a little bit, and hopefully that's the one we got here at the end.